Okay. Hello. Okay. Yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back to the sports breakdown once again. Emphatic victory for Sri Lanka today, beating England by 8 wickets. Didn't expect this result to happen. I mean, I didn't expect Sri Lanka to defeat England in this kind of manner, but I mean, full marks should go to the Sri Lankan bowlers today because we didn't see that in the last 3 matches. The Sri Lankan bowlers been so attacking, but they really did their homework and somehow, even though they lost the toss, I think they did a brilliant performance, restricting England to 156 all out, and then when they were 23 for 2 down, both Pathum Nisanka and Sadira Samaravikrama played a sensible partnership and ensured that Sri Lanka win in a high note today. So good to see that. So we have Nevin joining us, we have Kunal joining us, we have Rahul joining us. How are you guys doing?
Yes, we're doing fine.
Yes, fine.
Pawan, hope you're doing fine. You must be really happy.
Yeah, yes, definitely, especially against England, the defending defending champions. Obviously, the way that Sri Lanka have won and 5-0 now. I mean, in this decade itself, I mean in World Cup, Sri Lanka have defeated England, so that's also a good sign. But let's get into the match now, and let's get into the first innings. So we have the new guest. Nevin here. Let's ask his opinions, especially the way that Sri Lanka bowled in the first innings. Especially, I mean, Malan and Bairstow got a good start. They got a good start, but I mean, captaincy from Mendis, by the way, by bringing Angelo Mathews. So, your thoughts, Nevin, towards that, especially bringing Mathews in the power play itself? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Nevin, I think I told to you on how Mathews was brought in the power play. Can anyone hear what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes. Yet I am
Yeah,
started.
Kunal,
Yes,
can
I
you
can hear.
continue? Yeah,
Yeah, I
Kunal.
can.
Yeah, let's get into Kunal then. Okay.
Yeah,
Your
okay.
thoughts, Mathews in the power play? Yeah.
So, Pavan, first of all, I want to say you that the way Sri Lanka win it, this is a one-sided game according to me, and this can happen in very rare case where in flat track you are taking so many wickets. Actually, this was a good planning of Kushal Mendis. You have to give credit to him. The way he bowled, actually, the way he rotated the bowlers, especially Angelo Mathews. Angelo Mathews' contribution was always there. So, Pavan, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, go on, go on.
I think Kunal is broken up. So yeah, it was a
Okay, yeah, Rahul, you
really
can continue. Yeah, Kunal's point. Yeah,
yeah, it was a
okay.
great performance from Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, because of my thanks to my time zone, I ended up missing the whole first innings. I thought I'd catch the end of the England innings, but I woke up and saw England all out. Overall, a
Hmm.
very stunning result. The way Sri Lanka won this match, I thought England would defeat Sri Lanka in this kind of manner. I thought playing in Bangalore with the small boundaries, I thought this is tailor made for the English batsmen. They won't get better conditions than this to be able to score runs. But except for the start, very both with bat and ball, actually England began very well in
Hmm.
both the innings. They began very well, but after that, everything fell apart for England. They've just
Yeah.
performed very badly, and very great performance from the pace bowlers today from Sri Lanka. Surprisingly, Madhu Shankar is the one who didn't do very well
Get
in
any
this
wickets? Yeah.
lineup today. I mean, almost every match, Madhu Shankar has consistently been getting wickets with the new ball. But one thing, Sri Lanka has very reliable pace bowlers right now. If Madhu
Yeah.
Shankar is not informed, there's Kasun Rajita, and then great move to bring back Angelo Mathews as well. These three bowlers really did well for Sri Lanka today. And apart from that, some very careless running again. Not for the first time, we've seen Johnny Bairstow getting run out in a match. He's becoming a runouts is becoming a little bit synonymous with Johnny Bairstow right now.
True.
Uh, and then Samara Vikrama and Nisanka, they showed their class with the bat. I think these two will have a very long career for Sri Lanka. We have seen in the Asia Cup itself with Samara Vikrama so many matches. He's come in tough situations and managed to win the match for Sri Lanka in this World Cup and the Asia Cup as well. Nisanka, I think, has really cemented his place as an opener, not just in ODI cricket, but in T20 cricket as well. He's shown that he's a very reliable white ball opener. So overall, lots of lots of positives. In fact, only positives for Sri Lanka to take from this match. Very few negatives. They've really given their World Cup semi-final hopes a boost right now. They
Hmm.
still have matches against Afghanistan and Bangladesh coming up, and I think they can win those. If they win those games, they are really in the hunt for a semi-final berth. Then they need to find a way to defeat one of the tougher opponents, like maybe even India
And New
and
Zealand.
who else?
New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Yeah, India,
India.
New Zealand, some
And
tough matches
they're
coming, but I
playing
think,
New Zealand also in yeah, they're
yeah,
playing New Zealand also in the Chinnaswamy Stadium, so they have a good chance of winning that. Maybe India, by the time Sri Lanka plays India, maybe India will let their guard down a little bit because they would have sealed their semi-final spot by then. Maybe India will probably change their playing 11 for that match. Maybe they'll let their guard down, and that might be an opportunity for Sri Lanka.
yeah.
Overall, though, Sri Lanka is mostly an underdog in this tournament. Not many people back them to reach the semis, so that less pressure of expectation can also work in their favor.
Yeah.
Hmm. Agree. Yeah. Let's get into Nevin. Can you hear us now at least, Nevin? Because we're trying to get your
Yeah, hi.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, Nevin, yeah, your thoughts on this match, especially first innings, the way the Sri Lankan bowlers did, especially Lahiru Kumara, Rajitha, and especially the addition of Mathews. I mean, the power play itself getting the crucial wicket because, I mean, Malan, the way that he was going, especially scoring boundaries very easily. I
Yeah,
mean, we needed a big breakthrough. So, your thoughts on that, Nevin? Yeah.
yeah. Actually it was extremely good bowling from Sri Lanka. First few overs they lead runs, but after Angelo came, I thought he was a good bowler. He started pressure on the batsman, so other bowlers also started taking wickets. So I think because of Angelo Mathews, all the bowlers has started taking wickets.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Let's
And
get Kunal's point, especially also
yeah,
Kunal. I know Ben Stokes was trying to fight again, especially we saw in the 2019 World Cup also. Ben Stokes was the lone warrior for England in that match also, and still England lost. But again, Ben Stokes came to the rescue, but he couldn't convert that. I mean, there was a loose shot, by the way. I think that was definitely under pressure. But your thoughts, especially how England batted in the first innings. I know the start was good, but after that, really they fell apart.
Actually, if we talk about this England campaign, they are already means disturbed. Means loss against New Zealand, a big loss against Afghanistan, and then now Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka, England have something disappeared near best ball approach. Actually, they don't know means how to start the innings. Thing is that if we talk about Johnny Bairstow, he was golden duck on first ball. That was very lucky that that review was not taken. Actually, Madhushankar got the first ball wicket, and after that, if we talk about Joe Root, running between the wickets was not good. So I think it was all about the experience, Pavan. And actually, I think Sri Lankan team needs some experienced player, and the experience they are got from Angelo Mathews. Angelo Mathews helped Kushal Mendis well to lead the game, how to continue, and big thing I see the attacking approach of Kushal Mendis captaincy means he was trying to attack, getting more and more wickets. He was not thinking that to pull the game up to 50 overs. That was really great thing that I see today. He was rotating Matthews very well. Matthews run out was very crucial. Matthews two wickets was crucial. Fielding was also very good for this Sri Lanka in this World Cup first time. So many things, so many positives. So I think Pavan, if Sri Lanka will take one match one time, who knows, Sri Lanka will be in top four. Let's see. This points table is looking really competitive now. Now Sri Lanka not only win, they have gained some net run rate also. And the big loss for England. I
Yeah.
think England is almost out of the World Cup because of net run rate also. I think Sri Lanka is still in minus, but I think they can manage it against Afghanistan. So I think Pavan, so many positives today, and just enjoy the day.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Well, let's come back to Rahul. Your thoughts, especially team selection by England, because they made three changes, especially Livingston, Boaks, and I think they brought in Moeen Ali also. Do you think those were the right changes from England today? Because they brought in two spinners. I know that the pitch was turning a bit in the first innings, but because England lost the toss, do you think, I mean, that was the right choice from England bringing in both Ali and Livingston?
I think not, especially on this Chinnaswamy pitch. No matter how much the pitch turns, it's also easier to hit spinners out of the park on this pitch. Normally, in a
Yeah.
small stadium, you don't take a risk by bringing in more
Mm.
spinners into the lineup because fast bowlers are tougher to hit in
Yep.
Chinnaswamy Stadium, mainly because of the short boundaries you have. And also, Chris Wokes, I don't understand why they brought him back into the team because he's not been in form at all in this tournament. That decision doesn't at all make any sense to me. But it's also a sign that England is in panic mode right now. You don't often see England changing their playing 11 so often. It's understandable on paper they have a lot of depth and a lot of strength, but you don't
Yeah.
see a team regularly making two or three changes in every game. That's a sign that they are in real panic mode right now. They're not sure what their playing 11 is, or they're not sure what their strategy is going to be. So they're basically playing fantasy cricket right now. I mean,
Mm.
when we play fantasy games, we often keep changing players around, two or three players around before every game, but you can't do that in real cricket. You need to have
Yep.
a consistent playing 11. Another thing I think is that England is getting a little bit exposed on what to say, real ODI pitches. To be frank, back in England, they are preparing flat wickets and posting 400 plus totals, but that you cannot do that every time in India. Indian pitches will be pitches like Chennai or Lucknow, where you will have to work hard for your runs. I understand Chinnaswamy Stadium is a high scoring ground, but the pitch is not exactly a flat one. You still have to work hard for your runs, even in Bangalore. So I think England is being found out in that way as well. Another aspect is they didn't have a proper preparation coming into this tournament.
Mm.
They spent all of August, June and July. They spent playing the Ashes. Okay, that Ashes series is part of the World Test Championship too. They can't avoid that. Fine. All of August, what were they doing? They were playing 100 ball cricket. 100 ball cricket is not recognized anywhere else in the world except England. Nobody else plays 100 ball cricket in the world. And
Yeah.
actually, while that 100 ball tournament was happening, the domestic one day cup was also going on in England. But the England players who were going to be selected for the World Cup, which one were they playing? They were playing 100 ball cricket. They were not playing the one day cup. They could have played the ODI cup instead of the 100 ball um, format. But money was more important. I've often said BCCI is prioritizing money, but what is England doing right now? They also prioritized their franchise tournament when they had a choice. And then in September, actually England played four ODIs against New Zealand and three against Ireland. But
Yep.
only for the four ODIs against New Zealand did they pick a full squad. They put together a second string team against Ireland, of players who are not going to be in the World Cup. They could have actually fielded their full strength team against Ireland too. When, as it is, you don't have many ODIs in the lead up to a tournament. At least in those little ODIs that you're playing, you have to field a full strength team, and England did not do that. They just played four ODIs with New Zealand and thought, okay, we're prepared for the World Cup. They won that series 3-1, and they thought, okay, we're prepared for the World Cup. We can just go and play. We don't need to practice any further,
Yeah.
and that is hurting them. Unfortunately, one of their warm up games too, the one against India, that got
Washed out.
washed out. They
Yeah.
were denied. even a proper practice before the tournament. In fact, they arrived in India, I think, at the 11th hour. They were one of the last. They were one of the last teams to arrive in India before the World Cup. I think all the other teams they came to India before the World Cup itself. So England doesn't have any, didn't do any proper preparation for this tournament, which is surprising because normally they're the a team that is known for doing meticulous preparation before a tournament. So
Hmm.
this is very unlike England, I have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, let's get into the newcomer. Who are you? Is it Prajal here who joined, or who?
Yeah, I'm
Who's
Pawan
come?
Hewagi
Ah,
from Sri
Prajal.
Lanka.
Okay, Prajal, how do you think? Okay, Prajal, how do you think about this victory from Sri Lanka and how England performed, especially first innings? They batted
Oh,
first. Do you think that was the right choice from
ye-
England?
no, I wouldn't have thought it would have been the right choice because what England was thinking was it might be a very flat wicket, knowing Chinnaswamy for so many years. But it was very different wicket of what they thought and what they like what style of play they were going for. So it was completely not Chinnaswamy kind of wicket, and good spicy wicket helped bowlers to pitch them in line and length. And you know how Sri Lankan bowlers are. If they pick wickets, couple of them early, so they'll just go over the opposition and chopper block the batsman. And with
Yeah,
this England batting lineup, I don't see any confidence of them posting, but good decent scores. See, today they shouldn't have expected a score of 400 or 500. They should have, gone to keep a small target like 280 or maybe 300. That would have been better. But what they did, they went for a bigger target. They wanted bigger runs. Having known them for so long, they were expecting maybe say 350, 300, that kind of target. But no, but see, you should go according to conditions. And for me, that's why I wasn't expecting England to do so well in this World Cup because it was such a team that never thrived in such conditions. So wherever they went, they'll go to Lucknow tomorrow. There also, I don't expect them to play accordingly. They were in Ahmedabad, didn't do well. They were in Delhi, they got bamboozled by Afghanistan spinners. So they should
yeah,
choose their side according to conditions. Dropping Moeen
mm,
Ali, Liam Livingston, Vokes, that doesn't give you anything. See, Gus Atkinson was playing so well the last match. He picked 2 wickets for 40 runs, but now where is he? He's on the bench. You saw Harry
yeah,
Brook. He's one of their superstars. Where is he?
mm,
He's nowhere to seen. He was the informed batsman. And how can you throw an informed batsman into the aisles without doing anything, man? So there's no method to madness to their game. And being a former champion, I feel I don't think they can defend this title. And you'll get to
yeah.
know by Sunday what happens.
I
On the
don't
other
think so right
hand,
now.
Sri Lanka, I'm happy for Sri Lanka. Though they have started winning games, that's more important. And we'll love to see a good match on Monday when we meet Pawan. Okay, so we
Hopefully,
might
hopefully, let's
see
see.
we'll see a very good game, and I hope we sit besides Gayan and we always come on TV. Okay, and I expect a cliffhanger in Pune. So I'll expect Sri Lanka to win easily, but Afghanistan,
Yeah.
in these conditions are always also good. So it
Yeah,
will be a good
definitely. I
match
think
to
both
see.
the teams are doing well right now, especially Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. But coming back to Devin, especially the opening pair, do you think like excluding Jason Roy instead of Johnny Bairstow, do you think now that is a huge mistake that England have done? I mean, Jason in good form, and he obviously was the opening pair alongside Bairstow. But Malan was in good form, but we haven't seen much from Bairstow so far in this World Cup. Even though he's getting 20s, 30s, not converting those to 50s or
Bro,
either 100.
even
So
they should have had Philip Salt over here. He was so good for Delhi Capitals. If you remember, he was scoring runs at like good strike rate, also good scoring shot. And one thing I like about these batsmen, Salt and these other people are they're very good players of spin, which usually you don't find it in England batsmen.
yeah.
So these batsmen have been got that support from the management to play in these conditions
Mm,
because Bairstow and the Roys and the other guys, they are just free flowing batsmen. They only like to face pace. They won't like to
mm,
face the spinners and all those kind of things.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
let's
can
get
go ahead.
Devin's thought also. Your thought, especially Bears to opening when there's options like Salt and Roy left out, don't you think a player like Bairstow could have been playing in the middle order or something for England rather than opening? What do you think, Navin? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Philip Shaw was the best option. I think because he was in the good form in IPL, and I saw his England series also. Last series he was in good form. He was hitting at a good strike rate. And Johnny Bairstow, he's also a good player, but he's taking so much pressure out that fronts. That's why he's getting out in every matches. And I think they should need a break of him and add him in the match.
Hmm. Valid
Hello,
point. Yeah, Rahul, you were
can you
coming
hear
to a
me?
point. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, definitely. I'm not going to say England should have selected Philip Salt, because we have to accept that Salt is still inexperienced. You can only expect so much from a World Cup debutant, but definitely Jason Roy opening the batting for England in this tournament would have made a difference. Yeah, he was not in the best of form over the last 2 years, but experience counts more than that in a big tournament. And Jason Roy is a proven performer for England. He's done very well. He's a very successful opener overall, and he was very vital to England winning the last World Cup. He played a huge role in England winning the World Cup the last time. You shouldn't uh, uh, leave
And
out a player
what
just
what do
like
you
that.
what do you think about
And
Alex Hales?
even in spite of Harry Brooks' performance so far in this tournament, I would say that his
I don't think Alex Sales is playing ODI
selection
cricket anymore.
shouldn't have happened, in my opinion. Okay, I mean, I think England, they went too much by all the franchise cricket hype, and they chose Harry Brook. It's like Harry Brook became the darling of English cricket all of a sudden.
Hmm.
But so they completely, they, what to say, they went by hype and not by reputation, or even the class of the player.
Hmm.
No,
They
see,
completely ignore
Harry
that. I think
play, see players
selecting
like
Brook
Harry
instead.
Brook are very like you won't get players like Harry Brook nowadays. Maybe he's not a big name right now. He's getting 30s and 20s on a quick rate.
Yeah.
But going ahead, maybe say 3, 4 years down the lane, he'll
Hmm.
be one of the superstars of the game. I feel so because
True. True.
he's very good in adaptation in test matches. One day
Hmm.
cricket we haven't seen much, and T20 we all know what he's done. So
Because I
right
think
now,
Yes,
most of this.
yes, Prajol. I'm agreeing with what you said, Prajol, but you can't choose players in a World Cup based on what they will be 4 years, 3 years, or 4 years later. You have to choose players based on the present, here and now. What the players are at that moment, you have to choose according to that,
Hmm.
because you can't choose a player based on what they will be 3 or 4 years later in a World Cup. I'm a big fan of experience. What you need is experience in a
see,
World Cup. You can't
anyways,
just go by
anyways,
hype
even
in
if
a selecting
Butler
a
or maybe Besto or even Malan, they were so experienced. Even they are feeling to get through these conditions. I mean, if you see Ben Stokes, he played a shot against I think Theekshana. He was bowling the wrong one, so many, and he was
Yeah.
going to reverse sweep the guy.
Hmm.
So it's going out of context that these experienced players are playing so bad shots. And even if you see Adil Rashid's run out, it was so like a baby-faced thing. Like you can't expect this in an international place match, let
Hmm.
alone this is a World Cup match.
Hmm.
So these are very minute mistakes England are doing, and I don't think so. They are of any they don't have any hopes of retaining this title, and I don't see them winning, going ahead also.
Yeah.
Even Bangladesh and Afghanistan are playing very good of form of cricket,
I
so I
mean,
don't even
England only
expect
beat
them.
Bangladesh at the moment, so we don't know even
Yeah,
against
so
Netherlands.
going
Also, I
ahead,
mean,
to be
yeah,
frank,
Netherlands and
Prajol,
Afghanistan.
Bangladesh is not really playing that well. They have only one win against Afghanistan to show for in their 5 matches, and all other games they've been losing very badly. They've
No,
not
no.
done.
See, their batting is just not clicking. Otherwise, everything like bowling is good. Their fielding has been good. They just have been on what do you say, flat wickets. Like they went to Pune, they got a flat wicket. They went to Bombay, they had a flat wicket.
hmm.
So they are just
See,
not having the.
all that is not an an excuse. Just like batsmen have to adapt to bowling friendly pitches, bowlers also have to adapt to flat wickets. They conceded, I think, the 250-run target against India in 41 overs. Against South Africa, they've conceded 380 runs. I understand it's batting friendly conditions, but still you can't excuse those kind of performance. Against England also, they gave 350 plus.
But see,
These kind of
I'll,
performances are you can't
I'll see.
give.
I was looking for a stat today. I saw, and
I think Prajal got stuck. So let's get into Kunal right now. Kunal, Sportbit has said, unlike replacement, that Mathews came into the team. Unlike replacements being more advantageous than like to like. Example, Mathews. Your thoughts, especially Angelo Mathews not being brought in early in the tournament. I mean, I was shocked when Mathews wasn't there initially in the playing 15, even though, I mean, Mathews wasn't in good form coming to the World Cup, but I thought like his experience would matter a lot. So, your thoughts on that, Kunal?
Actually, I think there was one question in the mind of Sri Lankan management that whether Matthews is ready for bowl or not. I think that was only confusion. Otherwise, I think Matthews was obvious choice. I think Matthews is working for Sri Lanka what Hardik Pandya has done for India. Same type of expectation from Sri Lanka from upcoming matches. So today he was good with fielding and bowling. Let's hope Pavan he will contribute with bat in upcoming matches.
Mm, very true, yeah. And also the thoughts on the fast bowling unit as well, Kunal, especially Radhita amongst the wickets. I know Madhushanka went for runs, but it happens he had an off day today. But Radhita Kumara was going for runs like nothing against Australia, if I'm not mistaken, 0 for 47 or 4 overs. But today he picked up 3 wickets after being dropped in the last match. So your thoughts, because Sri Lanka went with 3 frontline seamers today, and we didn't expect much that Kumara will actually perform like this. But your thoughts, Kunal, on Sri Lanka selection? Because they could have gone for another spinner, like how England did. They could have chosen Velalage instead of Kumara, but they instead went with 3 fast bowlers.
Actually, there was in this pitch there was nothing for spinners. There was something for fast bowlers. So I think it was all about line and length. The way Lahiru Kumara has bowled, and I think today Sri Lankan bowlers should be very confident after this match because in flat track, if you restrict someone in a low score, that is really good thing for a team. So I think Sri Lankan bowlers have now coming in a good rhythm, and hope so this momentum will continue in upcoming matches.
Definitely. All right. Let's go to tomorrow's match now, guys. Pakistan versus South Africa. I think this is going to be a very interesting match
Yes.
because if Pakistan loses this match, I think they are almost out of the
Almost,
World
yeah.
Cup. So, yeah, let's come to Prajal because Pakistan, lot of things going on in social media like now. Baba Azam to be dropped as captain. They are giving plenty of choices, either
bro,
Shaheen or
they are,
Rizwan. Too much politics
yeah,
going on right now in Pakistan.
they are on the
So, your thoughts?
knife's
Yeah.
knife's edge, I feel, because now their performance will matter to their country, not to anymore. Whatever they perform, it would be towards the country. So if you don't perform, I feel you will be getting the facing the axe from the selectors. So it's high
Mm,
time that these guys are, taking granting their places for these national team. Because now, if you've seen their posts on social media, also, even they
yeah.
have posted and they are criticizing their players for no reason. Like
Yeah.
they don't give like the fitness test. They are not practicing well. They are not facing their difficulties, and they are not selecting players according to their talent and their skill sets, but whereas they are just
Yeah.
making a small circle group of friends, and they're making their own building their own team, which is not working for every other team. Maybe it works for some teams, but not for every other team. So Pakistan, they need to win and they need to bat well for especially the middle order. Like I have not seen much batting from number 5, number 6, number 7. They are not
Mm,
scoring as much runs as you expected from them. Even
mm,
Babar Azam, he scores a 50, but he doesn't convert it into hundreds. Even the openers, Imamullah, he's okay, he's batting really well, but he needs to post a really good score. And you just
true.
can't throw away wickets the way they are throwing away. And
Uh,
even bowlers, they are not ineffective against good batsmen.
mm,
Huh?
right. Yeah, okay. Let's come to Nevin. Nevin, your thoughts, especially let's talk about South Africa a bit because I'm not sure if Babuma's going to play tomorrow, but if Babuma plays, do you think like he should come as a batsman? Because I feel like Markram, the way that he's captaining after that Netherlands loss, I think it has been brilliant, especially that the fielding tactics, the way that the whole team confidence has built up. And we know Markram, he has obviously won an under 19 World Cup as well, being the captain, and with Sunrisers Eastern Capes also. So I think he's like the best captain material that South Africa have right now. So don't you think like even if Babuma comes in a team, he comes as a player and not as a captain? Your thoughts? Because I mean, this could be a good chance for South Africa to, I mean, even reach the finals with the way that they're playing right now.
Don't think so if he comes, but I think he will be captain only. I don't think so they will change in the captain. They will bring us Tambua Bauma as a captain only. They know the strategy what to play, what they have to make teams like that. Adam, no doubt, Adam Akram is a good captain. He has, I've seen him he's doing very good captaincy. Even in IPL also he has done good for Sunrisers Hyderabad. Then we have another league in foreign league we have started. He also done there very much. But I
Mm,
don't think so if Temba Bamba come back because Temba Bamba is he's also an experienced player. He also knows how to captain. Yeah, Aiden Makram is good, but I think so they won't change because it's too far to think right now for
mm.
him.
Rahul, your thoughts, especially, do you think the team dynamics will change once Babuma comes back? Because we've seen Nirisa Hendricks also scoring runs. Whenever Babuma has been absent, they've not much felt the absence of Babuma that much, even though they're saying that he's gone out for injury, but I don't know if that's true or not. But your thoughts toward this especially with Babuma's case right now, because Risa Hendricks also has been in good form in ODIs, so has the top part of South Africa. They haven't really felt the absence of Babuma that much.
They definitely haven't felt the absence of Bavuma that much, but more than Riza Hendricks, I think that's down to the middle order that South Africa's got. Quinton de Kock has also been scoring runs. So I think that is more the reason. Riza Hendricks has done a decent job, but if Bavuma comes back into the team, not much is going to change in the South African team. Probably he'll replace Riza Hendricks and Martin will give the captaincy back to Bavuma. I don't see too much else changing for the South African team. This team is right now operating like a well-oiled machine, except for the match against Netherlands, of course. I think though they will be challenged by Pakistan because this is not Wankhede Stadium. This is Chepauk. Chepauk will be a little bit tougher for batting, and if South Africa is chasing against Pakistan, they are going to have some challenges over there. Because
Hmm.
one thing, they've struggled while chasing targets. They're very good at setting targets, but they've struggled while chasing targets. Another piece of history is that Pakistan has defeated South Africa in ICC tournaments regularly recently, and many times when they
Yeah.
have had their backs to the wall, Pakistan is in a tough
Hmm.
situation right now, 2 wins and 3 losses. But many times when it looked like they were going out of the tournament, they ended up getting a win over South Africa. They've had a long history of doing that. So this might be the match where they manage to stage a comeback. So that's something South Africa has to be a little bit wary about. As
Hmm.
for the Pakistan team, actually, a few thoughts I have. I think for this is a huge moment for Babar Azam's captaincy, in my opinion, this tournament, because if Pakistan doesn't reach the semi-final, I think Babar Azam has to step down as captain because there are other captains waiting in the wings. Shadab Khan is waiting to take over as captain. You have Mohammad Rizwan as well. You have Shaheen Afridi, who has won the PSL twice with the Lahore Kalandars. And if you look
Yep.
at Babar Azam's captaincy in the PSL, you look
Doesn't mean that
at
great.
what he did with the Karachi Kings. Karachi Kings, I think they went from being champions to finishing at the bottom of
Last.
the table under
Hmm.
Babar Azam. And then
Yep.
Peshawar Zalmi, they actually reached the playoffs this year, but you have to take it into context. In the PSL, reaching the playoffs is not a big thing like reaching
Hmm.
playoffs in IPL. In IPL, you have 10 teams, so finishing the top four and making the playoffs is an achievement. In PSL, making the playoffs is not an achievement because there are only 6 teams.
Six
And in
teams. Yeah.
that, Peshawar Zalmi finished fourth place out of 6 teams, and they're in the playoffs.
Hmm. Yep.
Logically speaking, that's as good as not being in the playoffs at all because you're not even in the top half of the table. How can you say it's an achievement to be in the playoffs? So Babar Azam's captaincy has been honored, and not just in PSL. Let's talk about international cricket. In 2021, they reached the semi-final of the T20 World Cup. Yes, they were unbeaten in the group stages, but you look at their matches, the most crucial matches they had with India, Afghanistan, and New Zealand, they were chasing in that tournament. And that T20 World Cup being played in the UAE was friendly towards chasing sides. So
Hmm.
they got the better end of the stick in those matches, and they reached the semis. They won two matches back first, but those were against Scotland and Namibia, not strong teams.
Yep.
Anyway, and then in the semis, when they had to bat first against a quality team, they ended up losing.
Hmm.
Even when they were bossing the match, most of the match against Australia in that semi final, they went on to lose with an over to spare. So they wasted the chance. That to UAE was once their home ground, and still they couldn't win that T20 World Cup.
Yep.
2022 T20 World Cup, they should have been out in the group stages itself. They got lucky, to be frank. The truth has to be said. A lot of Pakistanis will not like it, uh, don't like it that I said this, but they reached the semis last year in the T20 World Cup by luck. They defeated South Africa, yes, but they botched up a win against India. They should have defeated India, and then finally they needed Netherlands to defeat South Africa in order to even make the semi-final. They went on to reach the final. They defeated New Zealand, fine, but they had lots of luck in reaching the semi-final last year. So if Pakistan doesn't make the semis this year, that'll I think that should be the last nail in the coffin for Babar Azam as captain.
Definitely, yeah. All right, let's talk about the Pakistan bowling a bit, and let's come to Kunal, especially Hassan Ali being out tomorrow due to illness. I think that's a new report coming up, and especially Haris Rauf not being in great form. We know that Haris Rauf has taken 7 to 8 wickets, but he has leaked a lot of runs, especially in the power play. He's been a lot economical. He has struggled to pick up wickets, and when he has picked up wickets, he has taken wickets, especially of the lower middle order and the tail enders, especially the tail enders that he's been picking up wickets. Your thoughts? Because Haris Rauf, especially in the power play, in the first power play, has been conceding a lot of runs. He hasn't found his line and rhythm, unlike Shaheen Shafridi, who has recently recovered his form back. So your thoughts, especially of how Haris Rauf is performing? I mean, Hassan Ali has been brilliant so far. I mean, I didn't expect Hassan Ali to overperform Haris Rauf, but that has become because of his experience, obviously. But your thoughts, especially Hassan Ali ruled out tomorrow and Haris Rauf not being in great form. Your thoughts of the Pakistan bowling attack?
Yeah, Harris Shroff is becoming the bowler who is making hundreds with a ball. So, I what I want to say for the Harris Shroff that they need some planning. I think Harris Shroff is only he is not thinking about line in length. He's just focusing on speed. He's just coming with a speed and just doing the bowling. That is the problem with Harris Shroff. I think what Pakistan have to do. Tomorrow, unfortunately, there is no Hassan Ali, so effectively Mohammad Wasim Jr. will be there. So I want to say that use this bowler as a fifth bowler. Means at some circumstances you are not getting a wicket. Okay, I think you should start with Shaheen Shah Afridi, Mohammad Wasim Jr. Okay, both wicket taker, and after that two spinners you should use them. As a fifth bowler, you should try Harish Rauf at one stage where you are thinking that yes, this is the time where new batsman is coming. We can utilize all over. Means try that. Harry Shroff should complete his over anyways by less economic. I think middle overs will be great for him. And one thing Harry Shroff should need to focus on take wickets, not goes on for defend. If you are going for defensive mindset, you will always got the runs. Well,
Yeah.
tomorrow game is in Chennai, so it will all about pitch. But when I see the 2019 match, at that time South Africa was quite experienced team is Imran Tahir, Rashid Mamla, Faluk Vayo.
Yeah.
And at that time, there was 3 wickets from Shadab Khan. I think this will be a motivated match for him. And let's see, because matchups always work in World Cup maximum number of times. Who knows that tomorrow Shadab Khan will be back and in Chennai there will be something for spinners also. Who knows tomorrow will be the spinner game and Harish Rauf. No need, we don't need Harish Rauf more if the car Ahmed will come into play. if there will be more spin, slow wickets. So it is all about the wicket, Pavan. Otherwise, I think I'm not satisfied with this bowler. He should be out.
Hmm. Coming to Nevin once again, do you think Pakistan will go with three or four spinners tomorrow, especially when they have Shadab Khan, Mohammad Usama Mir, they have even Iftikhar Ahmed as part-time off spin. I think definitely Iftikhar will be playing tomorrow. But your thoughts towards the other three spinners they have? Do you think they'll play all three, especially because it's in Chennai tomorrow? Or will they sacrifice that for Mohammad Basim Jr.? Your thoughts?
They should take Mohammad Wasim because Chennai. I'm living in Chennai only. I went many matches there. I've seen the pitches. It's mostly for spinners only. It's turning like spinners only. It's not good for bats. It's very tough for batting there. Nothing is for pacers. Only it's good for spinners. I think they should take Mohammad Wasim for spinners, and I think they should remove Haris Raut because Haris Raut is leaking runs in many matches. From starting from first match to this last match, he has leaked runs. I think he needs some break. After he needs some two matches break. Then hopefully he can regain his form and come in the next match and take wickets. So I think they should need the spinners tomorrow also for
Very
Pakistan.
point. Yeah. Let's talk about South African bowlers, especially Shamsi has been rested in the last two matches, didn't play. Rahul, talking about the South African bowling lineup, especially because Ningidi also is coming after Nigel. I'm not sure whether he'll play tomorrow's match. We have some doubts in the South African bowling lineup, especially. I mean, Rabad has been brilliant so far. He's been covering well for Ningidi, but I think Ningidi has been that potent bowler who's been brilliant, but I think he wasn't needed that much against Bangladesh. But against Pakistan, what do you expect of the South African bowling lineup? Because especially if Ningidi is absent for this match, also, do you think that will be a huge loss for South Africa, or do you think the spinners will come into play, especially Shamsi and I mean the fast bowler, I mean Lizard
I,
Williams, who was replacing
so
him?
I think maybe okay, if Ingidi has some problems, you can have you can have Shamsi come in for Ingidi. I think that is not much of a problem. They can do that. South Africa will still have three pace bowlers. They'll have Rabada, Ketsi, and
Jansen,
Jansen.
yeah.
Three pace bowlers, and then with Shamsi and Keshav Maharaj, they'll have two spinners. Their bases are covered. They can even make Aiden Markram bowl on this pitch. Even he can extract something out of this pitch. And there are a few left-handed batsmen in this Pakistan team, like Imamul Haq. So Markram will have a favorable matchup against batsmen like those. So you can expect South Africa to go at Pakistan. It's been very strangely we don't often say this in a matchup between a subcontinent team and a Sena team, but South Africa definitely has better spin resources than Pakistan. And I
Mm,
think for Pakistan, it's a very huge worry that they couldn't defend 280 odd against Afghanistan on this Chepok wicket
yeah.
against a much weaker batting lineup and favorable conditions as well. And still, their spinners could not do the job and get them wickets. So I feel Pakistan is in very big trouble. Even on a pitch like Chepok, you kind of feel with Pakistan that if their new ball bowlers don't pick up early wickets, they're going to be in trouble because their spinners are not really good enough to uh, get wickets in the middle overs. Shadab Khan is supposed to be the main spinner for Pakistan, but he's not doing well. He's not only is he not taking wickets, but he's even leaking runs
Mm,
for the team. Even
yep.
Iftikhar Ahmed, who's supposed to be a part timer, is bowling better than Shadab Khan.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. Let's come back to Kunal, especially. I mean, let's talk about South Africa middle order because it's been brilliant. Especially, we've seen in the last three matches the South Africa middle order really stepping up, especially Henry Klaasen has been brilliant in the last two matches. I mean, has also been amongst the runs. Even David Miller in the last match, we saw the way that he finished also. So your thoughts, especially that South Africa middle order, I mean, being the strength, especially Klaasen has been in some kind of magical form so far in the World Cup, and even Jensen also contributed against England as well. So your thoughts towards the South Africa middle order? Do you think they cannot be stopped by any team right now? Especially, I mean, Pakistan struggling to get wickets in the middle overs. So your thoughts?
Well, who knows? Maybe India can restrict them, but not expecting from Pakistan because Pakistan body language is not great. When your captain is not confident, then how a team will? I think main thing is that whenever your captain is not true confident according to situation of match, he has no plans, he's just going on according to match condition. So I think Pakistan team need to think about. I think they need to see the visual of 2019, how they win against South Africa, because each and every game is important for Pakistan team. If they want something means something miracle, so before miracle should happen, they have to win all the matches with a good run rate. That is
Yeah.
a biggest priority. So I think a few players that I have already named, like Shadab Khan, who has taken 3 wickets in 2019, that will also remember, that will give some confidence to this team. Tomorrow Hassan Ali is not there, then Mohammad Wasim Jr. will be there. And I think Pakistan, if there is something for spinners, then of course you will use Usama Mir, Nawaz, and Shadab Khan 30 overs, and after maybe you can use Iftikhar Ahmed also in place of Harish Rauf. Then only Shaheen Shafridi will be there. It is all about confidence, Pavan. If tomorrow there is something for spinners, they will definitely restrict. When it comes to South African team, I don't see tomorrow there will be a 350 runs. It will be
Yeah.
around 250, 260, max to max 270, 280 if Klassen shows some intent, because we know that Quentin de Kock is good player of spin. Even Babuma can play good spin. That is
Yeah.
also the point in Africa. So let's see how Babima will come. If Babima is not there, Rija Hendricks will perform. Russell Wonder Jason will perform. Eder Markram, Hendrik Klassen. So I'm expecting that South African team will not change according to condition. I think they are good team. Before World Cup also, we all are saying that their middle order is still great.
Mm.
Hendrik Klassen, who is apart from India, Hendrik Klassen is the only player who plays spin better. So that is the thing that gives the confidence. And David Miller, of course, David Miller playing a maximum number of IPLs in Chennai also. So I think they all are familiar with that. I think this will be a good game if Pakistan gives some confidence. Otherwise, it will be one-sided to South Africa.
Yeah. All right. Before coming to predictions, I just want to talk to Nevin, especially about Quinton de Kock, because it's his last World Cup, and the way that he's been performing right now, 300s in a row. 300 so far in the World Cup? Do we expect a fourth, and him breaking Rohit Sharma's record? Especially the way that Quinton has been playing in this World Cup, it shows that he is ready for finishing off his ODI career in a high right now. The way that he's been performing so far. So your thoughts, especially because QDK has been in good form, especially Australia, Bangladesh, scoring hundreds. I think even against England also he scored hundreds. So your thoughts, Nevin, towards QDK?
Yeah, actually he's in good form. Extremely, he's playing well from starting from us first match to the last match he played. His last World Cup, and he's showing his class, and he's giving his full to his fans from first match to last match. But I think so he won't break Rohit Sharma's record. I think he will score runs, but I don't think he will break Rohit Sharma's record, because they have another 4 matches. In that 4 matches, they have strong teams like they have India, then they have New Zealand and all. They have to be, play. So I don't think so. The South Africa will do it, but will score runs more. And
All
South
right.
Africa will surely come in semi-finals.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to predictions, guys. Most runs, most wickets, man of the match, and the winner. Let's start with Kunal. First of all, who do you think is going to win tomorrow?
Yeah, South Africa, I'm giving 80-20, 20% to Pakistan only, 80 to Africa. And for me, highest run getter, I'm giving to Hendrik Klassen, highest run getter, highest wicket taker, I guess Shamsi, if Shamsi will play. If Maharaj is a lone spinner, then Maharaj will be highest wicket taker. And man of the match, of course, Hendrik Klassen.
All right. Rahul, what about you?
Okay, so I think going by form and maybe even the conditions and the matchup, I would say South Africa has the upper hand. But if we go by history, history favors Pakistan. That is the thing. So for me, it's somewhat 50-50.
Oh my
This match, I think it can go either way. I'm going to play it safe here and say 50-50. But if I had to put my money on somebody, maybe it would be South Africa. So maybe I'll even say 51-49 in South Africa's favor to make it to kind of tilt the scales in their favor.
top scorer, highest wicket taker, and man of the match, Rahul?
I think the highest run scorer is going to be Aiden Markram, and I think highest wicket taker will probably be Tabrez Shamsi. Although it would be nice if it's Keshav Maharaj, it would be great to see the Indian doing well against Pakistan.
Yeah.
So, but I think jokes apart, I think Tabrez Shamsi will be the highest wicket taker.
All right. Nevin, what about you?
First of all, I can say that no match is going to be easy. Every match is going to be tough. You know, this is World Cup. World
Yeah.
Cup can do anything. We all seen South Africa versus Netherlands, how the match went like that. So
Yep.
you can't predict that 50-50 I can't say, but I can say both the team will give a tough competition. But upper hand South Africa has, I can say.
Hmm.
And I think highest run getter I think will be either Aiden Markram or I think in the middle of Klassen will be the higher run getters. For me, I think wicket taking I think it will be Kesar Maharaj or Kaji Sarabada.
Got it. Interesting. Yeah. For me also, I think, yeah, even though history says Pakistan, I still think with recent form, I'm going with South Africa win. Highest run score, actually, I'm going to go with Rasib and the Dusan. The way that he's been performing so far in the World Cup, I felt in the first two matches he did well. But I expect him to come back strong against Pakistan tomorrow. So I'm going with Mahendra Dusan. Highest wicket taker, if Shamsi plays, I'm going with Shamsi. Otherwise, I feel Maharaj will be the highest wicket taker. And man of the match, I think Mahendra Dusan will score 100. I feel South Africa will win, but it's going to be a tight contest anyways. But thank you guys so much for joining today, Kunal, Rahul, and Nevin, and even Projal. So we'll end it over there. Good win
Hi
for Sri
everyone.
Lanka today. Second win for Sri Lanka in the World Cup. Let's see what happens
Yes,
against Afghanistan on Monday. But let's see what happens tomorrow. Pakistan versus South Africa.
yes,
Will Pakistan exit
yes,
the World Cup in a bad way like England today, or they give a fight against South Africa? Let's see what
yes.
happens. So
Hopefully,
thank
Sri
you
Lanka
guys,
defeats
and
Bangladesh. At least, hope they do that.
let's hope. I think with the form that Sri Lanka is in, I think they should be able to beat Bangladesh. But I think, as Nevin said, every match in the World Cup is unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen with recent results. So let's see what happens, guys. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll end it over there.
All
Yeah,
right.
but my name
Yeah.
is Jevin. My name is Jevin. Jevin.
Oh, Jevin. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Jevin. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. Do subscribe to Sports Breakdown, Sport Beat, like, comment, and share. Also, do subscribe to Kunal Cricket Fantasy as well. So we'll tune in tomorrow for the review match of Pakistan versus